A new league has started. Are you ready to dive into the Forbidden Sanctum Path of Exile's latest event? This event is packed with thrilling challenges and rewards, and I can't wait to show you what's in store. In this video, I will give you a sneak peek of what to expect, share some tips and tricks for conquering the event, and show you some of the rewards you can earn. So let's get started. Dude, artificial intelligence is getting way too powerful. First of all, sorry for my weird voice. Something is in my throat. I think I streamed a little bit too much on the weekend. Usually I don't do first impressions of a league, but I thought why not add something in between my reaction to the league and then my, league review in 2 months or so. So here we are. Let's jump straight in. As you may or may not know, I stream a league start every single time, which is Friday and Saturday on Twitch. Go check that out if you want to. And I think generally we had a good time. I think all of us just enjoyed the league and it also kicked our ass. Let's talk a little bit about gameplay. Divinia appears in Act 2, which made so much sense, to be honest, because it's about the Fell Shrine ruins, right? The Forbidden Sanctum is below those ruins, so it makes sense that she appears in Act 2, and you talk to her, then you go to that, and she actually opens up the Forbidden Sanctum, and also allows, or gives you the first relic, or allows you to use the relics. Okay, so they actually worked her into the area. Oh, there it is!
That's it! The Sanctum! I can't believe we're here at last. We should make our way inside.
And now she's here. Nice, and she gives you one right away. Account bound. We have the relic altar. Unlock the relic altar. Then we have the relic locker. Nice, there's even a relic locker affinity. Relic locker decoration now available. And of course, I'm pretty sure we can have the relic altar. Late in Act 7, she appears again, because, you go back to Fell Shrine Ruins, and I think she talks a little bit about more stuff. I think this is when you get the Accursed Pact, with the strange female voice, which I think is the Mastermind. I don't want to use Mastermind because we already have that in the game, but you know what I'm talking about. The final boss, probably. Accursed Pact. Change your fate.
Yes, adventurer. Let's make a deal.
Accursed Pacts can appear within the Sanctum. Oh, so we kind of unlock this now. Now, going away from the Accursed Pact that you then got from Act 7, you probably realized, okay, it's quite difficult, right? The league mechanic is quite difficult, even if the enemy attacks are quite telegraphed. I think some more than others. In the end, if you can stand far away and kill them, I think that's the easiest and best way to deal with the Sanctum. So any range person, I think it's perfect, but I don't know yet. And that's gonna be interesting because this is a first impression, right? We're 3-4 days in and I haven't fought the final boss yet, right? I'm not like a god gamer like Tai Killer or something. So I'm not sure how important DPS will be long term. I think it will. Now, part of the gameplay is of course the resolve mechanic, which I think is fine. It could use some tweaking, in how often enemies could hit you, maybe that. Or in how much. I feel like it's a little bit spiky on top of, maybe it's just me, but I don't realize when I take resolve damage. And I think that also comes down to bigger issues with the game that probably won't be fixed, as in many people I think said for many years now how the health at the bottom left should show what happens to you, right? If you're frozen or chilled, there should be maybe a UI change of your health bar right at the bottom left. Is frozen or fire or fiery or stuff like this. A lot of people ask this for many years now, and I think it's again obvious with resolve because now it's a mechanic. It's some sort of health bar that you cannot refill, but you also don't realize when you get hit. There is no sound, there is no effect, there is nothing on the character itself that shows that your resolve got hit. And sometimes I just go into a room and suddenly lose 70, 80, 90 resolve without really realizing from where. And I hope they can add something. I know making sound effects isn't easy and quick, is my guess. I hope something is going to happen because I just hate going into Sanctum and looking at my resolve after the first room and I'm like, why did I lose 30 resolve? From where? I don't know. I can't tell you, right? I hope something can be done there. Of course, that's also partially on me, the player, of being aware of what's happening on screen, but we all know Path of Exile is a little bit difficult to read sometimes, so anyways, let's move on. The rooms themselves can be quite complex, which was confusing at first, and still is sometimes, especially like, you know, the lower floors are probably gonna be crazy complex, especially the second one with like 17 platforms that go up and down. It's, you know, one of the, it's like this painting, right, that never ends, like the stairs go this way, and that's kind of what it feels like. Anyways, a picture on screen right now. Either way, I think it gets easier, or it will probably get easier as we play. Similar, God, my voice. Similar to how Heist was, right? Heist League. The rooms were kind of weird, but at some point you kind of knew what was happening, right? It's like, oh, okay, it goes this way, or this goes that way. At some point we will probably go blindly through the Sanctum and, you know, won't have any issues. Watch me in 2 months absolutely going the wrong way all the time and being like, oh no guys, I don't know where to go, and then I lost hundreds of resolve, you know. I mean, at that point I deserve it. Not saying I don't like the rooms, I feel like they're really, really cool designs. It's just like, god, they're complex. Then we got the merchant rooms, of course, which is Divinia. And I gotta love the merchant. Anyone else? Like any merchant enjoyers in chat? Seriously, merchant is incredibly powerful if you got the Aureus coins, I think are they called, to buy all these things. Like you can buy multiple things, which is already like crazy to me. And you can get multiple boons, get resolve, get inspiration, get some relics. Divinia is becoming my top tier wife. Seriously, I'm sorry, Cassia. I'm sorry.
Disgusting.
Then, speaking of boons, well, the boons and afflictions are quite strong in both directions. So, boons like 60% movement speed is just what? That's insane, right? Like, constantly. I had this once and I'm like just zooming. I love it. But of course, afflictions are insanely powerful and just sometimes pure evil. Like, really. They're just pure evil sometimes. Oh, you can't look what rewards are in this room now or ever again. And I'm like, wait, what? 40% reduced movement speed. Holy crap. Okay, we ain't taking that one, boys. It's a roguelike mechanic, first of all. It seems a lot more powerful in both directions than some other roguelikes, and there's a good reason for this, right? Because it's Path of Exile. The main part isn't to play the Sanctum, the main part is to do maps and everything else, and then do Sanctum on the side. So obviously, the Sanctum needs to be incredibly powerful or has incredibly powerful boons, but on the other side also have afflictions, right? So it makes sense. Speaking of powerful, god, my segues are hot today. Bosses. Heck. We have 57 resolve. I assume 2 hits.
Barakat, slay them.
Holy heck, oh you go right into it, huh? Yeah, he doesn't.
My underling will deal with you.
What is that attack, dude? It's like a massive blazing salvo, my dude.
Maybe you're not the one, after all.
That was 1 hit. The couple bosses that I fought were really good, like in fighting them and how they, like visually, it's just sick. Especially the necromancer, the red dude, right? It's a little bit weird on how he attacks, right? With the red circles, a little bit difficult to dodge. But overall, visually, just love it. Absolutely enjoyed fighting those. I only fought the candle dude, the necromancer dude, and there was this grave through boss, right? The grave through the map has a boss, and that boss is kind of in there. And then also the double boss, the 2 big statues, the dudes. So I only fought those so far. I really enjoyed it. It's quite a couple surprises in there. I'm like, oh god, what's happening? I can't really say much about relics, but I do like them. I just want to see more of them. Really, I can kind of taste the power of them a little bit. And I'm like, okay, this is really sick, but I want to see more, right? And I think that's perfect for now in tier 6 maps. And yeah, as I play more, I probably will see stronger relics. And obviously the relics will make my runs easier. I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna stack inspiration, right? Anyone else? Also, no sanctified relic yet, which might be like a boss 3 kind of thing, because I don't even think I have the slot open. Maybe that slot on the relic altar pops up when you get your sanctified relic. Either way, I will figure it out. Please no spoilers in chat. Thank you. Now about music and sound, I think the music just works well. I love the theming of the music, right? When you get into the Sanctum and it just starts changing, right? And starts ramping up, especially the boss fights. It just works. The sounds itself in the rooms are fine. Nothing too out of the ordinary right there. During the boss fights though, I feel like they kind of stepped it up a little bit. Or maybe they just reuse some sounds in a different way, but it just sounds a little bit like, it sounds a little bit punchier, right? Like, especially the candle dude. I feel like the candle dude, if you just listen to the sound effects of him, it's just, yes, I love it. Visually, I think the areas are just beautiful. Like, truly, if you just take your time, look at it, or even zoom in if you wanted to. Like, the tile sets, the lighting, God, they look great. Just, God damn, they look great. I could eat the floor. You know, the wood looks so tasty, I could eat it. I'm personally not into eating wood, but seeing that wood texture sometimes in the Sanctum, I'm considering it. I consider eating, you know, really shoving big, thick wood into my weight. Lore, you know, the story. Why even are we here? Okay, that's a little bit of a too strong of a question. Why are we in the Sanctum? I haven't heard much yet, right? We on stream, right? We heard a couple things and we started theorizing. Is it Kalandra? Is it Katarina? Is it Zana? I think it's a new character. We'll see. We'll figure it out as time goes on. Now, what am I looking forward to? So, I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out yet. It might be certain rooms that have a certain name. It might be certain rewards. I don't know. But some rooms that you just click on, you can just run through, ignore all of it, and go. And some you can't. And I haven't figured this out, and I would like some indication. Because usually, my thought is I go into the floor, into the room, run through, and see if I can go through without fighting anything. If I can't, I then have to go back again and fight the enemies and then have to go forward again. That's a bit annoying, right? So if they can either show us or indicate to us, hey, you can actually skip this whole thing, that would be really nice and also would speed up the Sanctum. I don't mind if they don't change how Resolve works or how much damage they do or whatever, but at least tell us how to maybe skip certain things, right? Like, I learned it as a player, I can skip this type of thing if this indicator is happening. Perfect, I learned something. I can now just, you know, skip some room. And maybe they can, like, balance how often that appears, right? Maybe they up it a bit or lower it a bit, right? Because if you indicate to the player, hey, you can just run through, maybe lower the chance of it that you can actually run through. Either way, I'm sure they can do something about that. Now, before my voice gives up, so, again, I'm looking forward to how important DPS will be in later floors. I don't know. We will just see. I'm definitely going to mention this, hopefully in my league review in 2 months or whatever. Is DPS truly the best thing, right? Do you just want to do a billion damage to instantly kill all the unique enemies and just skip the rooms, or skip the rooms as in just, you know, just instantly go through? You don't have to deal with any of the enemies, any of the traps. You just blast the screen and that's it. Who knows? We will see how important that is. But in my opinion, I think it will be, because if they are dead, they don't do resolve damage. Therefore, I can push deeper into the Sanctum. It's an ARPG at the end, right? Speed and damage is usually king. Then what I'm looking forward to is sanctified relics, obviously. I'm gonna be so happy when I find my first one, and I hope it's good, because we saw some disgusting stuff. Not just maximum endurance charges, increased effect of onslaught. It's like, they're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be crazy, and I'm really looking forward to getting a couple of these and finding good ones, and it's gonna be good. I think it's a good long-term goal to be like, I found the one sanctified relic that I probably don't want to switch out for something else. Really excited for that. And the last thing I'm looking forward to is a buff to loot. Please, GGG, we need more loot. I'm kidding. Please, this is a joke. Please don't. What are we here? Reddit? Got him. So far, I'm very happy with the league. It's good, it feels solid. There are some things that feel a little bit whack, but that's I think with every league, right? Not every league is perfect, but so far I want to play more of it. And I think that's good. That's all what a league needs to be, right? Because of the joke earlier, I think loot seems fine, especially, goddamn, the alteration drops. That just came back to me. The alteration drops are insane, aren't they? Like, just, Here I have 15 alterations, 10, 4, 3, like, I'm like, what's happening right now? We're just getting showered in loot right now. Either way, anyways, it seems fine, and also in the Sanctum, I think it's also fine, and I'm sure I'm gonna get my Divine Orbs here and there, right, when I just defer Chaos Orbs over multiple floors in the Sanctum. I'm sure I'm gonna get my Divine Orbs. It's a little bit copium, but you know. And the last point is enemies are quite tough, but it is a challenge league. It should be a challenge, so there's a reason why it's difficult, right? So I guess I just have to get good. If you have watched till now, thank you so much for watching my first impression. I hope you enjoy the league yourself, and you might come by on stream every Thursday's Path of Exile. I'm playing Poison Concoction and hopefully soon Poison Blade Vortex. God, I love Occultist and Profane Bloom. I'm addicted. Alright, memes aside, hope you have a great rest of your week. I'm going to rest my voice now, and I will see you hopefully on Thursday or on Sunday with Cyberpunk. Bye!